all want our children to perform better at math, and this has been increasingly measured by standardized tests. Yet there's an incredible reluctance by teachers and schools to specifically teach for those tests. But then, when it comes time for these exams, there's an overabundance of drilling and test preparation, which interrupts with the new contemporary methods of math revolving around storytelling, word problems, and real-life context. These skills, achievements, and conceptual mastery, they need not be mutually exclusive. The problem for any student struggling in any of these facets can be cured with foundational understanding and an emphasis on vocabulary. Too many students do not have the mathematical acumen to solve their grade level word problems. And in all too many instances, students are too intellectually lazy to read an entire word problem, much less read it thoroughly 2 to 3 times to ensure comprehension. Once students fail with this process, they shut down for a period until they decide, I'm gonna get back in there and conquer this challenge. But alas, they missed too many lessons when they took their respite. And the current class may as well be spoken in Chinese. Math builds one concept after another. If a student does not read Julius Caesar one year, it doesn't preclude them from reading Tom Sawyer the following year. But in math, if a student does not truly understand a particular concept, this will be a hindrance in their future mathematical success until that concept is actually mastered. All too often, the student does not get the help they need, and it's as if they're running a race with a handicap. Every time a math teacher does a student a favor by passing them when they shouldn't. Every time an elementary teacher breezes through a math lesson because they don't really like math themselves or understand the math themselves. They are simply setting students up to fail and despise math. At Infinity, the Math Institute, we're always teaching the foundational imperatives and the mastery of vocabulary for a multitude of reasons. First and foremost, so they can get the most out of their traditional math classes. It's truly amazing how limited students' math vocabularies are. While their teachers are certainly teaching lessons using these words to which the students have no recollection or understanding of. Second, because even if a student only spends a short time utilizing our service, these fundamental lessons will be helpful and applicable to their entire education and real-life context as well. Lastly, it will increase the way people perceive students. When people use appropriate math vocabulary, others interpret this as being intelligent or educated. It will change people's perception of your student forever. Infinity does not only teach fundamentals during our sessions, we also work on what students currently need help with in school. Not only does this raise grades, which in turn raises confidence and makes the subject more enjoyable, but it helps us understand which fundamentals need to be addressed immediately. This short-term improvement is what parents hope for and receive within 3 months at the Math Institute. But this is where the true magic actually begins. The ultimate goal of Infinity Math Sessions is to get ahead of the school program. So when their teachers are teaching a particular concept, it is simply a review for our students. They also know the end game of the particular chapter, so learning it a second time from the beginning gives them an unparalleled understanding of the content. We ride out in front of the wave like a surfer. When students completely understand math, it quickly goes from the toughest subject to the easiest. Students who have been at Infinity for over a year rarely even study for finals because the work has already been put in. The most difficult exams become the equivalent of an elementary spelling test. When you know it, you just know it. The Infinity method works so well because every session is customized to each individual student. Every child needs special attention. Of course, children with learning disabilities need special attention. And of course, getting a gifted student to realize their full potential will require special attention. But the masses lie in between these two extremes. And each of those students also needs special attention to enjoy learning and to have confidence. All children learn more than math at Infinity. They learn confidence. They learn how to explain things, public speaking, and how to use logic and mathematical properties to solve problems, win contests, and above all else, think for themselves. Invest in your child's future at Infinity, the Math Institute. There is nothing more valuable than having your child be confident, to love learning, and to feel successful. This is what we provide at Infinity. Visit themathinstitute.com or call us at 702-768-1777. We offer services for all levels of math. We are the absolute best math tutoring facility in the world. Because at Infinity, you don't get more math problems, you get solutions.